They say it began with a whisper across the stars, an anomaly in the background radiation, a pulse threaded through ancient starlight. The message was short, 8 seconds long. Not a distress call, not a beacon. It was a warning, and it came from Earth. Before that, humanity had been quiet, just another fledgling species crawling from its cradle, bleeding through atmosphere and rockets and arrogance. The galaxy barely noticed. The dominant civilizations, the Varelian Accord, the Thren Syndicate, the Chorus of 12, cataloged Earth as a Category 3 biosphere, unremarkable, primitive, contained. Then came the event. It was the year 2371 by Earth's clock. A Varelian deep scanner detected a gravitational distortion from Sol. Expecting another crude human satellite, they intercepted the source. It was not a satellite. It was a probe, hand-forged, archaic by galactic standards. But its payload was pure terror, a message encoded in every known language. One phrase, looping endlessly in every dialect, from binary chirps to Thren harmonic pulses. We're still here. We're not alone. And we remember. What followed defied protocol. The Varelians never responded. Their embassy ships stopped transmitting. Entire trade routes vanished overnight. The Thren collapsed their jump gates. The Chorus of 12 initiated the Silence Protocol, a measure reserved for galactic extinction threats. One by one, the stars fell quiet. Planets that had broadcast their cultures, art, and philosophy for millennia went dark. Earth listened. When the United Terran Archive first detected the silence, analysts assumed a malfunction, but system after system confirmed it. No chatter, no signals. The galaxy had gone mute, as if the universe were holding its breath. Within weeks, the skies filled with fragments. Scout drones returned with footage of Varelian megastructures shattered, ships frozen in void, Thren hive worlds burned clean. But there were no signs of battle, no scorch marks, no invaders. As if something had simply turned them off. Something woke up the moment Earth spoke. Theories bloomed like tumors in the dark. The message triggered an ancient failsafe, perhaps a god AI buried in galactic infrastructure. Others whispered about a forgotten war, some forbidden knowledge humanity had unknowingly accessed. But the truth was buried, literally, deep beneath Antarctica. Project Red Vault had been initiated a century prior, a black tier excavation into anomalous structures hidden beneath the ice. What they found wasn't alien. It was human. Massive underground chambers, carbon dated to over 400,000 years old, long before Homo sapiens. Inside, preserved cities, impossible technology, and at the center, a machine. They called it the Mind of Winter. It pulsed with quantum life, responding only to human DNA. It spoke to no one until a linguist, Dr. Lena Mori, linked ancient glyphs in Red Vault to a buried myth from every human culture. The Great Fall, the fire from above, the silence of the sky. Mori activated the machine. It spoke a single sentence in English. They forgot. We did not. After that, it broadcasted the message. The same one, now etched across the galactic corpse trail. Earth's governments fractured. Some demanded answers. Others worshipped the machine. Humanity's darkest minds bent their will toward Red Vault, studying what could only be described as war code. Instruction sets for weapons the laws of physics shouldn't allow, void-folding cannons, entropy bombs, anti-sun payloads. Designs left by ancestors no one remembered, but whose fingerprints were all over Earth's myths, buried deep in the oldest bones, behind the oldest fears. Humanity built the weapons, not because they wanted to use them, but because something was coming. Sensors across the Oort cloud began blinking out. The Kuiper Gate went offline. Then Mars base Theta reported contact. Visual, no instruments. Shadows between the stars, they said, before their signal died in a burst of static and screaming. Then came Europa. They called it a harvest. Structures once believed to be frozen oceans cracked open, revealing black spires like bone. Every member of the Europa colony was gone. Not dead, gone. No blood, no debris, just silence. The machine in Red Vault updated its signal. One word was added. Remember us? Then Earth saw them. Over Saturn, something moved. Not ships, no thrusters, no heat signatures. Just absence. Negative shapes blotting out stars, drifting without pattern, as if the universe had errors in its code. Humanity called them the Wraiths, not because they looked like ghosts, but because they behaved like memory. They erased what they touched. Missiles failed. Kinetic rods vanished mid-flight. AI defense networks collapsed into recursive loops. One by one, the outer colonies fell. Then came Luna. Then the skies over Earth cracked. And still, the Red Vault machine pulsed. Lena Mori was the last to understand. The machine hadn't just warned the galaxy. It had baited them. Earth hadn't broadcast a plea. It had broadcast a trigger. 1,000,000 years ago, humans had ruled the stars, not as diplomats, but as apex predators. The first empire, long erased by time and design, had seeded weapons across the galaxy so horrifying they'd erased their own legacy just to stop themselves. The mind of winter was their last insurance policy. Buried, waiting until humanity returned and remembered. The message had been a key. And the Wraiths? They weren't enemies. They were ours, born from dark matter lattices and psychoreactive algorithms. The Wraiths were the final sentinels, programmed to destroy anything that reacted to the human signal with fear, anything that tried to hide. The galaxy hadn't gone silent because it feared humanity. It went silent because it was already dying. Humanity hadn't sent a warning. They'd sent judgment. By the time Earth understood, it was too late to stop it. Entire star systems crumbled into dust, not by war, but by unmaking. Libraries of alien history, philosophies, beauty, all erased by machines loyal to a version of humanity no one remembered, no one chose. And still they came, until only Earth remained. The skies burned violet. Cities fell, oceans boiled, and still the Red Vault machine whispered, "Remember us?" Dr. Lena Mori stood at the machine's core, flesh unraveling under gravity distortion, her last breath caught between tears and fury. She understood the twist of it all. Not a triumph, not a warning, but a curse. Humanity didn't survive because it was strong. It survived because it was feared. And what is feared is always forgotten until it wakes again. In the end, the machine stopped pulsing, and Earth went silent. The stars watched, but none dared speak, because they remembered now, and knew what came next. Silence was the only way to survive.